So the next validation we're going to look at is format. Now, the format of data is how it looks, or the appearance of data. Now, in a database, we can change the validation format for number, field data types, for date, field data types, for time, data types, and also for that special data type called Boolean. So you can see in front of you is a database table, and there are a number of fields that have numeric and date data types. So we've got the length of a session, which is in minutes. I've got the price, which I haven't yet formatted. I've got the start date of the fitness classes, and then I've got a Boolean, a yes/no field, which is asking whether the classes need you to bring equipment. So let's go and change the format. So any sort of changes have to be done in the design view. So click on View and select Design View. And again, you can see our field names and our data types. Now, just to show you, if I click on Text and go to General, there isn't actually formatting for text. You can see that is blank. Let's go to Number instead. So if I click on Number and go to Format and click on it, and click on the down arrow, you can see we have a number of different choices. We have a general number in which I can apply decimal places, currency, euros, fixed, and so on. Now, when you are changing the format of your data, you need to look carefully at actually what the data should be. So in this case, where I've got length of session, that's in minutes, which is a number, and I'm quite happy for that to be as it is. I don't think I need to put any decimal places. Price is the next data format, and that really should be in currency. It should be in pounds. Now, if I click on the data type, I can actually change it directly to currency here. And if I click on Format here, I could select what particular currency I want. So I'm going to choose this one. I don't have to select decimal places because the currency format automatically puts in 2 decimal places. If I press Save because I want to make the changes and click on View, I should now find, if I scroll along, that my data type has changed, and there you can see it, to currency. So what about date? Well, I can change the format of my date if I wish. At the minute, the format is suggesting short date. If I click on the down arrow, I've got a number of different options. I quite like long date. If I click on it, again, I press Save to make sure the changes are saved and click back on the datasheet view. And if I scroll to the right, you can see this. Now, this means that my field column is too small. So if I just drag it out a little bit more, there you go. And you can see that my start date has changed to a slightly more formal format, which you might see in a letter. If I click back on the design view, I can change that once again to medium date. Again, pressing Save, click on the datasheet view, scroll to the right, and you can see it's back to that. And then finally, I've got my Boolean, my yes/no field. How can I change that? Well, if I click on it, at the minute the format says yes or no, and if I click on Lookup, it's actually on a checkbox. I can change that checkbox to a text box. Again, if I press Save and go to the datasheet view, what you'll see now is the checkbox has disappeared and replaced with a text box, yes and no. So, in summary, changing the format normally applies to numbers or to dates and times. You select the data type, click on General, go to Format, and choose the style of the format you would like.